in what was a pretty joyless weekend of football, the one tiny bright spot is that it's finally happening for Tony Pollard. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's happening for Pollard without a Zeke injury, which just makes it all the sweeter. Tony Pollard came out 13 attempts for 109 yards and a touchdown, plus 3 for 31 receiving. He was more productive than Zeke on fewer touches. And I mean, God, like the difference between the way these two players just look on the field is stark right now. Pollard looks amazing.
Yeah. Tony Pollard, he looked more explosive, looked better after the run, looked better after the catch, and he's finally carved himself a role in the Cowboys offense. And maybe that was predictable, seeing the end of last season when Tony Pollard started to get on the field more. And now I think we're nearing a full even split in that backfield in terms of touches, right? Zeke had 18, Tony Pollard had 16. And I think Tony Pollard, honestly, like he might be better for that Cowboys offense at this point in their careers. Like I said, he just looks like the better running back when both of them are getting touches and getting out there. And that was the case at the end of last season as well. So, I mean, we'll have to see moving forward. It's going to be hard to start Tony Pollard, especially in redraft, just because of that timeshare. You don't know if he'll ever take a backseat to Zeke, which could happen any week. So I don't know. It's hard to start him, but it's going to be hard not to start a player on one of the best offenses in the NFL that might get 13 to 15 touches per week.
Yeah, I saw some speculation, and I don't know, this is like above my mental capacity, but people are speculating that Michael Gallup's injury is actually contributing to Tony Pollard, and that the Cowboys probably feel more confident putting their electric RB2 out on the field than depending more heavily on Cedric Wilson or either of the tight ends. I mean, do you think there's any credence to that, and that Michael Gallup's return could make it a more one running back sort of scheme? They're not going to be running too many 2 RB sets out when Gallup returns. I mean, how do you feel about that theory?
I mean, it makes sense because ultimately you want your best players on the field, and Tony Pollard looks to be one of their best offensive players. Like, he's for sure better than Cedric Wilson, Dalton Schultz, and Blake Jarwin in the passing game, right? So you want to get touches to him, and obviously they want to give touches to Zeke as well. So I definitely think Gallup being out matters. But we saw in week 1 that Zeke and Pollard were both playing on the field together. I just think the Cowboys want to give him a bigger role, and they're doing that to start the season this year.
And if he keeps producing, I don't see why they would change their mind.